on the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back to throw now. His first throw is an interception. Denzel Ward makes the play. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick 6 starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. And after the pick 6, it's another interception. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Richardson throwing to start out. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Offense up to the line fast. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed to Flowers. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Another score here in this 1st quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent, and they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints push their lead to 21-0 already. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They pitch it to him here. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And he gets him around 6 there. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Saints will get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. The defenders are there to get him at the line. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Coach Ryan Shoyinka gets there to take him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Richardson on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 21-0 our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play action with Richardson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal. Straight ahead, here's Miller. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Third and goal for Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's completed right side. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Darius Davis to return it. Returns looking good so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. He sends this one to the end zone. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints make it a 24-point ball game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. He's going deep this time. Oh no, they get him yet again. Marquise Bell making the play. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
First throw for the backup now. Escapes the pocket. No one around. He's got space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's taken down after gaining a couple. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Hey, that's not an easy thing to do, Kate. Not against quarterbacks and the red zone offenses in this league, but what a tremendous effort to not only get the stop, but to end it with gusto and a sack.
Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. This a 39-yarder. Bates' kick is up and good. And that's not going to do a ton against what is now a 28-point gap.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Richardson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Tight end in motion left. On first down, it's Richardson. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Jamel D makes the play. Has room down the left sideline. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. After the pick, Richardson back to the air. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's got the squibber. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Gamble now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Richardson. He lofts it deep, right sideline. He's got it deep downfield. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He's got Shaheed. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Jukes one defender. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Here's a give up the middle. He's out in the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Back to the well again. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Give now to the running back. And this one doesn't work any better. Defense there to drop him at the line again.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Bates' kick is up and good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Miller. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing now, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Third and long, it's Richardson. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Offense in the hurry up here. Richardson now on 1st and 10. On target to Waddle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Handoff here for Miller. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Called in by Waddle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Saints 7 as we start the 4th, and they can probably go on cruise control with that lead. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. It's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now an inside handoff to Miller. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Man in motion here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Oh, tried forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll run here on first down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
The Saints add a fifth defensive back here. Third down coming up.
Why can't we score?
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Taking a shot for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He stays up. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
They go left side with Miller. A lot of grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's got it at the 6. It's a New Orleans touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, looking to throw. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They're throwing it. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, with a big gain on that play. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The Browns putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns cut into the lead by another point. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it'll be 2nd down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
He's looking deep once again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you've got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
They'll throw again. Richardson. He connects downfield on 4. One of their biggest plays in the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Miller. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. So this a win on the road for the Saints. And with the start they had in that 1st quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.